What's up, weight makers? It's me, Mommy Suna.
You drinking my sake, Kimosabi?
And we have another top fails video. Sorry about the lack of makeup on my face. We're going to put makeup on my face while we watch these today. But before we do, first of all, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Fabulous. Fabulous is the #1 self-care app to help you build better habits and to achieve your goals. Do you find it hard to rewire your brain and adopt new habits? Because like I definitely do. Do you have trouble staying focused and productive? Same. Maybe you need help managing daily stressors and anxiety, and you could benefit from finding the calm in your life. It can really make it easier if you have a digital coach by your side, encouraging you through positive reinforcement. The Fabulous app can be that for you, using insights from behavioral science to help you make positive changes in your life. You can think of it as your 100% personalized happiness trainer in your pocket. With a community of over 30 million users around the world, Fabulous makes it easy for anyone to stick to healthy habits, create new habits, thanks to science-based daily routines. For example, Fabulous reminds me to set time aside to clean around my home, like what you're looking at right now. My kitchen was horrifyingly in need of tidying up. So as embarrassing as it is to show you this footage, Fabulous really helped me set aside some time to do this, which in my busy life as a stay-at-home mom who also works seems impossible most days. Or it reminds me to take a 5-minute walk or disconnect and unplug for a short amount of time per day. We're talking about simple, small steps each day that will lead to big and lasting changes. Fabulous uses 2 approaches. First, it uses habit tracking, and you can pick among more than 100 recommended habits or create your own, and you can go at your own pace. Second, Fabulous has dedicated programs or journeys specifically to help you achieve your well-being goals. Immerse yourself over several weeks with the help of the Fabulous app, and they'll send you gentle nudges to keep you focused on your journey. Other features include support circles, coaching sessions, and more. And with Fabulous Premium, you can build and improve an unlimited amount of habits, incorporate them into your routines, and take part in all the programs and exercises. So start building your ideal daily routine today with Fabulous. The first 100 people who click on the link below will get 25% off a Fabulous subscription. It's limited to the first 100 people. I highly recommend Fabulous to anyone who is needing to make a change in their life or just needs a little extra help in managing day-to-day life. Fabulous has really helped me be able to organize time in my day to work, to clean, to focus, and to also set some time aside for myself. So definitely click that link below, get started with Fabulous today, and thank you, Fabulous, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so the first thing I want to start with today, I figured, let's just get the most obnoxious and annoying part out of the way. So one of you guys sent me this video. By the way, all of these were sent to me by you guys, but this one in particular, I watched this and I was just like, is this like satire? Because this is like really stupid. Here we go. We can watch it together here.
Oh, what's going on? Bethany, is that you?
Hello, Tiffany and Bethany. I want to play a game. You have 30 minutes to find and sign someone onto your network marketing team the right way. The one who doesn't succeed, his account gets deactivated forever.
Oh my god, 30 minutes? I've only had one client in my entire life. I haven't been able to sign someone in years. I can't even hold my phone. What do we do?
Shut up! You're wasting time!
What do we do?
Why are you talking?
I'm gonna send a bunch of messages. I'm
Tiffany,
first.
What do we do? Wait, I need to get my phone.
Don't help her!
Help me.
Tiffany,
why aren't you helping me?
Get lost, loser. So many questions.
Oh, I know.
I don't even know what to post.
Start the business. I don't know.
Wait, let's post on stories and ask for help.
A selfie, okay?
Guys, we have
No, don't do that. You can't do that.
Would you like to join our team? And it would be the best ever. Your life would change dramatically. I mean, look at us. We're living the dream.
Yeah.
Game over. You're both deactivated. Just leave.
Oh, you can leave? Okay.
Hey, can you help me out?
Okay. As we saw here, it was, yes, as I said, the most annoying thing I think maybe ever posted to the internet. Second of all, though, there's a lot to unpack here. She's like, you have to add somebody to your team in 30 minutes the right way, and then proceeds to, I guess, describe what the right way is. But she's like, I gotta send a bunch of messages, like cold messaging? Is she suggesting that cold messaging is the right way? Let me see if there's a caption. Not really. It says, doesn't it seem like it's impossible to keep your team motivated? Well, one thing's for sure, negative reinforcement has been shown to discourage rather than encourage action. Will Tiffany and Bethany be able to make it out of the situation? Jigsaw is one scary dude. That filter is so odd and it like hurts to look at, but whatever. I guess I just don't get like what they were trying to accomplish with this video, like because it doesn't really make sense to me. Unless, you know, because if you read the caption, it's kind of like, one thing you shouldn't do is to threaten your team, pretty much. You shouldn't have to make a TikTok video to make sure that people know, you know, not to threaten people. Usually that's something that just like normal people know not to do. So if that's what they were getting at, then fine. Obviously they're freaking out. They're like, oh no, I don't want to get terminated from my company. And at the end, this guy's like, nah, you both lose. You whatever, just leave. And then they're like, oh, okay, bye. I thought the whole point was to not be terminated, and then that was the upsetting part of the whole thing. Like, it's not like he threatened to kill anybody. Like, I get it, it's Jigsaw, so like he's from the Saw movies. Like, that's what he does. He like murders people. But that's not what he threatened to do in this video. So I just like, I don't really understand where they were going with this. Now, this particular account has a lot of cringy videos like this. I'm sure she has been in network marketing before, but she's kind of one of those, this is what I'm gathering anyway from what I'm looking at here. But I think she's just kind of one of those network marketers turned motivational network marketer, trainer, guru people. That's how I'm interpreting what she's doing now. But I don't know, we can look and see what other cringy shit has she posted lately. If inviting to network marketing was like a Hallmark movie.
I'm just like trying to figure out where to go. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I'm so. Here you go. Nice book you have there. What are you even doing here?
Yeah, my dad's gym. He's trying to close it down, and it's been in the family for so long. I'm trying to save it.
So you go to the gym.
You know, I'm always working out. I feel like I can just do so much for the gym, and I'm ready to leave the city life behind.
I met someone, I think she'd be great for the team.
Ooh.
Look, her dad has a gym out here that's closing. She came in from the big city. Ooh. And look, she's posting all the time. I think that it would be absolutely perfect. So I think I'm gonna go to the gym. Well, and I think I'm just gonna show up.
Do you know anything about her?
No. But look, I mean, what else do I need to know? Look at the pictures.
I think you should go to the gym and like get
go
to
to
know
the gym.
her.
Got it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
You'd be so good at what I do. Like, look, we do the exact same thing. Hi. We meet again. 8, 9. Hi.
What do you want?
You love working out. You have a gym. You're reading a Business 101 book. You'd be the perfect fit to do what I do.
Oh wow, that was the reason the whole time? No.
That was it. That was the video. What we just watched kind of like, to me, seemed like it was kind of like, this is definitely not the way things are realistically. But all I saw was, yeah, this is actually kind of how it goes. You get somebody who is like desperately trying to recruit, and then with every person you meet, you find a reason to be like, wow, we're so much alike, or wow, you would be great at what I do. Like everyone, right? You go on Instagram and you just like mass follow a bunch of people, mass like their shit, and then you send them a message. This is how cold messaging works. You send them a message and you go, hey, hun, love the shoes you bought yesterday that you posted on your story. Did you make money for posting that picture of those shoes on your story? Well, you could have if you were just in network marketing. Like, I don't know, shit like that. It always comes back to it, no matter what angle you approach it at, no matter what method you use to recruit people. I mean, it always ends up essentially the same way, like this. And most of the time, they're like harassing people in DMs, trying to get them to join, and then they're just like, no. That's kind of the reality of it, isn't it? This whole account just like doesn't make sense. Like, all it is, from my perspective, like just looking at it, I'm like, this is the most not self-aware person I think I've ever seen. And they don't really have any redeeming qualities either because the content is shit. No offense. But like the acting is shit, the editing is shit, the filming is shit, all of it is shit. But you know what? Maybe it's working for her. That's fine. Dude, it just got cloudy. It might start storming. Hey, Phoenix, what are you doing? Cross your fingers for me that we get a thunderstorm tonight. One other thing, when you go to her Instagram account, she has her own website linked. And I just want to point to the banner here. Like, that is the worst Photoshop job I've ever seen. I understand that hair can be difficult to Photoshop, but first of all, look at the lady on the right. Her hair looks fine. Like, whoever Photoshopped that did a good job. And then you look at the lady on the left and she's like blocked out. I don't know. It just seems like they really didn't try to make that look good. Whoever edited this, the first thing I noticed when I click on her site is how badly Photoshopped the banner is. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. There's a lot more content where that came from on this lady's page, and it's all exactly along the lines of what we just saw. Let's move on to another one of these that you guys sent me. We'll just watch this because this lady kind of has a lot to say. This video is a few minutes long.
Fellow network marketers, how about we stop crapping on people who send cold market messages? Ew, I got your message and I'm so disgusted. This is exactly what I teach my whole team not to do. You are the reason this industry gets such a bad rap. Actually, Snappy Susie, you're the reason this industry gets a bad rap. Aren't we supposed to be all about, I don't know, women empowerment and taking action? How about the next time somebody slides into your DMs with a message that you don't like, you just give them a little bit of credit for trying because everybody starts somewhere?
No.
And then you move the fuck on. Remember these two things about cold market messaging. Number one, massive organizations have been built this way and there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing it if you do it well. Number two, do not let anybody stop you or tell you not to do something that feels good for your business. Odds are if a message feels good sending it, it's going to be received that way on the other end.
Sorry, at the end there, my computer made a noise. So first of all, imagine defending cold messaging. There is nothing defensible about cold messaging. Like, we've seen so many times that these people will slide into people's DMs without reading or looking into a single thing about this person that they're messaging. And a lot of times it's like, maybe someone is really open about having an ED and they're being pitched weight loss supplements or something like that, you know? That's shitty. If you had looked at my profile, like, you would have known that. Anyway, I'm so freaking sick of hearing these people like, aren't we all about empowering women? And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure you're not. Pretty sure you're into preying on women, people in general, but women seem to be caught up in this shit the most. So like, please explain to me how that's empowering women, because from my perspective, it seems like you just kind of see your recruits as dollar signs, you know? Especially if you're cold messaging people, you don't see them as people. You see them as money bags. Also, she's like, there's nothing wrong with cold messaging if you do it the right way. I'm sorry, what is the right way to do cold messaging? There is no right way to do cold messaging. Like, from an ethical standpoint, it's just wrong on all levels, dude. I also think it's funny that, like, they're kind of just arguing back and forth with each other, like, you're the reason this industry gets a bad rep. No, you are. No, you are. It's like, you both are. You all are. The whole entire industry gives itself a bad rep. But you know what makes it worse? You both going back and forth, calling each other the reason why the industry has a bad rep. No. But to see infighting like this is pretty entertaining. Because usually they're just like, anti-mlm is the problem. But to see them blaming each other, it's kind of validating. For her to be like, massive organizations have built their businesses on cold messaging. Name one. What are you talking about? Where? Who? How? Like, the only thing I can think of is like kind of getting junk mail, like unsolicited, forest depleting junk mail that we get all the time in our mailboxes. Cause I mean, I guess, yeah, you definitely can't say that normal businesses grow their like whole business and like establish their own reputation on cold messaging, because they just don't. If they do any form of kind of cold messaging like that, that's like one part to a larger marketing strategy, I suppose. pose. For her to be like, instead of telling someone not to be rude as fuck by cold messaging someone, just like congratulate them, enable that behavior. Like, that's basically what she's saying. She's just like, why don't you guys just enable our shitty behavior? It's like, no. And I get it, like, if it's someone you know personally and like you're like, I don't want to ruin our relationship, I don't want to piss this person off, blah blah blah, like, oh no thanks, but good luck. Like, no, I'm sorry, but that's enabling. Because most people who like give a damn about their relationships with people, if enough people they care about end up being like, listen, Snappy Susie, you know I care about you and I love you or whatever, but like, this ain't it. This is rude. I don't appreciate being just treated like a dollar sign to you. Eventually, if enough people in Snappy Susie's life kind of tells her off like that, whether it's angrily or nicely, if Snappy Susie is like the rest of the 99% of people who don't make money in multi-level marketing companies, she'll realize that it's not worth it. But no, this chick would just rather you enable them, give them a gold star for trying, like this is fucking kindergarten. Like, dude, what world is this hun living in? I don't understand. And then she says, like, don't let anyone stop you. If it feels right, then do it. It's like, I can't imagine anyone is cold messaging people they care about and being like, this feels right. I mean, unless you're like a sociopath and you don't care about other people's boundaries, all the other things that cold messaging crosses into and infringes on. If you don't give a shit about any of that stuff, then sure, I guess you're just gonna keep cold messaging. But like most normal people who have any sort of feeling for other people in their hearts and souls are gonna feel icky about cold messaging. But this is also just like really bad advice in general. Like, you know what else feels good to some people, I guess? Drugs. By her logic, it's like, if it feels good, do it. And it's like, ma'am, this is very enabling behavior. And also, if you said that to someone with an addictive personality, I don't know, even like something a little less intense, like a shopping addiction or a gambling addiction or something, like, if spending that money feels right instead of paying your bills, then do it. It's like, no. If your heart is telling you not to do something, or your brain, then maybe don't do it. Like, it's not that hard. Basically, if you're going to be successful in an MLM, you have to be willing to shut off whatever part of the brain that helps you see reason and logic. They literally want you to turn that part of you off, because that's the part of you that has reason. That is like, hey, actually, I don't feel comfortable with this and you shouldn't do it. Anyway, I think we can move on. This is just so stupid. Okay, so this next video we're gonna watch, it's a quickie.
Hi, ladies. How you doing? I want to kill you. Oh, yeah. Take a number, honey.
So that, obviously is obnoxious. The reason this is obnoxious is because, like, first of all, I can't think of a single anti-MLMer who is, like, so blatantly rude like that, just, like, unwilling to have a conversation with anybody. You know, I could say I'm just speaking for myself, but, like, no, I feel like I'm speaking for definitely a large chunk of people in the anti-MLM movement. If somebody were to come to me, like, genuinely eager, who's obviously in an MLM and just says, like, hey, I just want to understand where you're coming from, basically. I mean, honestly, you could say, well, I have a whole entire YouTube channel based on it, so you can go watch those. Like, I got shit to do, and so do you, I'm sure, Miss Busy McBizzerpants. But I will hear them out. Like, I'm not going to immediately start insulting them. Like, okay, if you come into my DMs and you're like, what's up, bitch? I heard you don't like multi-level marketing. I'm gonna say, okay, you're very aggressive. Can I help you? Like, what do you want? I'm going to then go on the defensive immediately. But if you come into my DMs and you're someone who is in an MLM and you say, hey, what's up? I'm gonna go, I'm confused, but hello. I'll engage with you, you know? The moment you start getting rude is when I'm gonna get rude. And that's generally how I think most of us here see the dynamic between us and them. But this particular girl has been featured apparently on Julie Joe's channel a few times, to which she made a reel in response.
I am fully aware of what y'all say about me. Number one, and I don't give a fuck.
I mean, obviously, in that scenario, she didn't approach JJ like, hey, just want to talk. Like, no, instead just make a passive-aggressive reel, you know? But also, I feel like I remember when one of you guys sent this to me, there was another video of her, like, talking shit about anti-MLMers.
How about no?
I mean, here, there's a comment that makes some pretty good points. This person says, the company got in trouble with the Florida Attorney General over distributors lying about the products, which is true. Refund policy and non-compliance, all of that, yes, included in the complaint against Monat from the Florida State Attorney General. They still have lawsuits for balding and scalp burns, also true, although I do think one of them is supposed to finally tie up all of its loose ends within the next 30 days. I just saw posted. I don't remember who was posting about it, but someone was, so I guess that's a thing. That doesn't change the fact that, yes, there are still lawsuits out against Monat. You're not supposed to be claiming it didn't cause hair loss either, right? Yeah, they're not supposed to claim that because the lawsuits essentially say otherwise. And those lawsuits are going to settle out of court, by the way, at least the one that's about to settle. It's not going to trial from how I understand it. They're just settling. So there's no like guilty verdict, you know? So they can't say, oh yeah, we won that lawsuit because it didn't go to trial and we didn't get a guilty verdict. You didn't get a guilty or innocent verdict, you know what I mean? Whatever. And they said, were you not around when Monat had their lawyer on Zoom flipping out on people? And this girl's just like, how about no? Ma'am, this person is in her comment section making like good points, like actually good points and like real factual points. And this girl's just like stomping her foot and just like, no, like a baby. Ma'am, talk about taking personal responsibility. Like this just goes to show how these people just like do not fucking care. All they care is that they make their stupid Instagram reels and they make more recruits onto their team by manipulating and lying to people. And a lot of these Monat huns say that Monat cures hair loss that was brought on by chemotherapy, like shit like that. And it's like, you're not allowed to say that, and that's not true. A lot of them say it helps with alopecia. Also, again, not true. Never been scientifically proven. Monat's website has some scientific studies, I guess, listed on their website, but all of them have significant problems with them. I've covered them kind of extensively on this channel. And if I could tell you exactly which videos I covered them in, I would, but I don't remember. I know I've talked about them a lot, but basically like small sample sizes, done over the course of not long enough time, and also some of them weren't even done on human scalps. They were done on like a wig, basically, or something like that. There's just a lot wrong with Monat's scientific method, I guess, if you will. So yeah, they literally can't claim most of the stuff that they claim. So it sounds to me like, girl, me trying to be nice to anti-MLMers. Oh, okay, yeah, you want to kill me, haha. No, like literally, here's an example where someone is like, actually, here's why we don't like Monat, in a very calm tone, and she's stomping her foot like a toddler. No, me. Dude, grow up. The caption here just says, no, they don't. I'm like rereading the comment, and it's like, the only part where it says they is like, they still have lawsuits for balding and scalp burns. The rest of it doesn't like say they, so I'm like, that would be the part of the sentence she's responding to, right? She's like, no, they don't have yes, they do. Like factually they do. You're just either willfully ignorant or you're just coming up here lying. Neither of which are a cute look, so like, get your shit together. We can move on from this chick. She's annoying. So this one has copyrighted music in it. I'll sing the song. La la la, whatever. Na na na, it doesn't matter. Na na na, oh well. Na na.
Bitch, you better be joking.
Okay, so that's how it ends. I really hate this argument. You can get a lot more use out of spending your money on, what did she say, an iPhone, which $1,000 on a new iPhone, first of all, a lot of people don't buy that outright. They pay for it in installments, but regardless, I guess eventually you pay for that $1,000, but a phone is an essential part of living at this point. Like, it is not even just socially a necessity. Like, our phones do so much for us than just like go on Facebook, you know what I mean? Don't try to fucking get mad at someone for buying a phone but not signing up for your downline. Spends $800 on hair extensions. I mean, if that's what you need to do to make yourself confident, if that's what you feel like you need to do for yourself, you're not harming anyone else but yourself, and you're gonna look great afterwards, bitch. So don't let anyone talk shit about you spending money on hair extensions, like, and you have no fucking right. Plus, she has her hair up in a bun in this shit. Like, don't talk shit about other people's hair. I'm not sure which MLM this girl's with. Spends $400 at Target on unnecessary things in Starbucks. Well, the last girl we were just looking at had a Starbucks in every video. Like, I'm not even kidding. I scrolled through a lot of videos to kind of find one where she's kind of being a brat about anti-MLMers. Every single one she's holding Starbucks. So like, MLMers drink Starbucks, anti-MLMers drink Starbucks, everyone in between drinks Starbucks. It's so stupid to include this in like, well, you spent money on coffee and you could definitely start your own business. It's like, no, No, they don't equal each other. And even if you're in like It Works or something with their shitty keto coffee that smells like dirt, I've smelled it, never tasted it. One of you guys sent me some bags of it, but I was pregnant with Griffin at the time, so I never actually ingested it, but I smelled it with my nose and it smelled like soil, like straight, it was gross. That kind of stuff, these people would be like, oh, well, if you spend money on coffee, you can just like buy my coffee instead. And it's like, if you're gonna sit here and try to tell me that there's no difference between Starbucks and your shitty MLM coffee that makes you shit, yeah, you're shitty coffee. You're delusional. Like, there's clearly a difference. I don't go to Starbucks anymore. Once I found that Tezo Passion Tea I was telling you guys about, 7 million people told me it's the same exact one that Starbucks uses. Okay, I got the message! Ever since I found that, like, I just make it at home. I don't have to go to Starbucks to get my favorite tea anymore. But, like, do you think I liked spending $5 on a Trenta of that not every day, but like 1 to 2 times a week? No, I didn't like that shit, but I did it because it was good and I liked it. Won't spend $200 to invest into their business to get their business started. First of all, it's not your own business. We say this all the time. It's not your business. You are an independent contractor. Second of all, that $199 is bare minimum because you're going to be manipulated or somehow influenced by your upline to spend more, to buy more products. You got to be a product of the product. You can't sell a product to people if you don't use it yourself. I mean, sometimes you can, but for the most part, especially if it's like shampoo or makeup or something, or like paparazzi, like you got to wear it. Who's going to want to buy the jewelry you're selling if you don't even want to wear it yourself? Who's going to buy the shampoo that you use when it's fucking $40 if there's no results to show for it? You got to spend more money. They're going to try to tell you, no, you don't. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is spend this $199 and that's it. You never have to spend another dime. It's like, theoretically, sure. Realistically, no. And then you get into when you recruit people and then you want some commissions from that downline, there's a minimum you have to make every single month in sales, which you can also make yourself to be able to get your downline commissions. So there is a sales minimum, and a lot of times people just make those sales themselves, or I mean, at that point they would just be purchases for themselves in order to qualify to receive their downline commissions. Realistically, that $199 that people are going to spend to get their business started is literally just that, getting their business that isn't a business started, and then like forever and ever goes by and you're going to be just spending more and more and more, still staying in that bottom 99% most of the time. Ooh, this is some good shit. Someone commented on this and said invest, aka make an upstream money and get stuck with useless crap, MLM scam mentality. And this person responded, false. You invest into your business like any other entrepreneur does. No, you don't. It is not just like any other entrepreneur because it's not your business. You don't own that business. It's not your business. You're a contractor. Just for way less of the cost. Well, yeah, I mean, there are people who own legitimate businesses and make legitimate money and didn't have to invest an arm and a leg either. Like, I think people just get really stuck on the whole, like, you have to pay rent at a brick and mortar store and you have to, you know, like, you don't have to do that to own your own business. Like, there are plenty of people who sell on Etsy, or, I mean, I guess a lot of people don't like to use Etsy, so like Shopify or, you know, whatever. Like, you can do all that from home. Like, welcome to 2022. You can run a business for fairly cheap. Yeah, you're gonna invest in materials or software or whatever, but like, I mean, I'm essentially, that is basically what I'm talking about. I invested in some equipment and I pay for video editing software and like Photoshop and stuff. Like, that's the investment I make into my business, I guess, if you will. But I guarantee I still make more than 99% of people in a multi-level marketing company, and I really didn't have to invest that much. That's how you get your hands on the products to try for yourself. You don't get every single product in a starter kit. Whatever this $199 starter kit is, you just get like a small selection of the product line, right? But you're gonna have to try them all, dude. So you gotta buy them all. That's gonna come out of your pocket. And if you don't like the product / don't make your investment back in 30 days, money back guaranteed. This must be Monat, right? I guarantee that you're gonna have to at least cover shipping to ship it back. If it was a scam, it would have been shut down years ago, like others, LOL. Okay, so you mean like Advocare and like Herbalife and stuff? Because, I mean, Herbalife is obviously still around. Advocare, I think, is still around too. It just doesn't have the MLM business model anymore. People back then were always saying that Advocare was legit, you know? They're saying the same shit that you're saying. They ended up getting shut down doing the same shit that whatever her MLM is probably doing. Most of these MLMs operate the same way. It's just a matter of them getting caught. If basically in MLMs, you're like innocent until you're proven guilty. Yeah, just because you haven't been caught yet doesn't mean that you're not going to be caught eventually. Like, that's literally what it is. And not be a strong business that is going on for almost 8 years now. Yeah, this has to be Monat. 8 years? Yeah, coming up on 8 years with Monat. I don't know if you would say it's a strong business now, because I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere recently that this year alone, they've lost about 100,000 market partners. Doesn't sound very strong to me. It sounds like you're losing a lot of your clientele because the distributors are the customers. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, this one is wild.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never.
Get up! It's time to wake up.
Most of the video, you're watching this and being like, oh my god, this lady is like sitting here saying, if you join PRUVIT, you're going to be able to fly on private jets and get let in and out of cars like an important person. I guess, I don't fucking know. And then at the end, it like cuts to her like waking up like it was all a dream. Which, okay, yeah, that is essentially what all this is, right? Her shirt says, I am PRUVIT. Okay. But yeah, I mean, of course these people have these dreams. They have these ambitions, I guess, if you will, because this is what they're sold when they sign up. Like, this is basically what they have thrown into their faces the moment they sign up. Like, look at how rich and like, look at Jessie Lee. Like, we're talking about PRUVIT right now. Like, Jessie Lee is prime example number one of projecting this like unattainable lifestyle. So yeah, of course you're gonna sit here, you're gonna sign up and be like, this is my dream to live this life, blah blah blah. But then also my other question is, what the fuck is going on where she like had the opportunity to film this, right? So it seems to me, and you know, I could be wrong. Ooh, it is so dusty outside and windy. We got a haboob going on, guys. If you don't know what a haboob is, look it up. It's not as dirty as it sounds. Actually, no, it's dirtier than it sounds. You'll get it if you look it up. Anyway, so like, did PRUVIT just like kind of put on a show like this to be like, hey guys, I got a great idea. You can walk onto a private jet and take pictures of yourself in it? Yeah, and then you can like be let in and out of a car on the tarmac, just so you can get a taste of the wealth you can experience if you're successful with PRUVIT. That's gross. Yeah, that's pretty fucking nasty if I do say so myself. I don't think she actually traveled anywhere. And yeah, there's like photographers and stuff just like, look at her getting onto this airplane. It's like, but you didn't go anywhere on the airplane. You just got on there, saw some pillows that say PRUVIT on it, and just got to kind of sit there and pretend that you're flying away on some extravagant vacation paid for by PRUVIT. It's really manipulative. And it's like, people who don't get to the end of this video are, I would hope that whoever watched it did get to the end of this video, but this is just another example of trying to sell a dream that's unobtainable. And PRUVIT is responsible for this, clearly. I just noticed it has PRUVIT written on the side of the plane. PRUVIT like bought their own fucking private jet and then like invited some of its distributors to walk on it. That's so weird. This whole situation is weird, and it just seems like another way to manipulate people. Man, you guys have sent me so much stuff. I don't have time to get through all of it, but one of you guys sent me like a Google Drive full of a bunch of just like WFABB chicks acting a fool. So I want to share a couple of my favorites. So we'll just, you know, end this video with some WFABB cringe. Here we go.
Guys, I have some cheese mix, okay? I posted on my TikTok and my manager saw that I pretty much lied. Okay, I did lie. I said that one of my relatives was sick and I wasn't gonna be able to make it to work. And she sent me a screenshot of me posting that I missed my flight. And you know, I'm coming on here because I'm being authentic. You know, like I'm showing you guys my lifestyle, not only the good side but the bad side about it too. And what can I say? You know, to be honest, whether I'm not manifesting that I'll get fired, but you know, at the end of the day, I would understand why my manager would see it disrespectful for me to lie about where I'm at. But this is also very strong. As I was saying, this is also very strong to my purpose of why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, why I sacrifice, and I am now sacrificing more of my time into my business, into learning how to trade, into learning how to invest, save, and make more money. Because of reasons like this, you know what I mean? Like, I love my job, I have nothing against it, but at At the end of the day, I don't want to be a slave until I'm 60 years old. I don't want to have to depend on what I am willing to do with my life, and you know, like having to pretty much tell someone my whole life in order to like go out and do something because it requires to give me money, or like it's what I need, you know what I mean? So really put some thought into that if you're in this.
Let me put this into simpler terms to understand. She has a 9-to-5. She lied to her boss at the 9-to-5 so that she could, I guess, travel somewhere. And then her boss found out and she's like, I'll probably get fired. Ma'am! When I had my big girl 9-to-5, there was someone who like essentially kind of did the same thing. She told my boss that she broke her leg and couldn't come to work, but really she was just going to Mexico. Like, what the fuck, right? And guess what? She got fired. Yeah, you fucking should get fired for that shit. How privileged and entitled do you have to be to think that you're gonna get away with this kind of shit? And then the audacity to go and post on social media, which this girl has like thousands of followers. I'm sure some of them work with her, you know? Like, how did you think you weren't gonna get caught? And it's like, this is so irresponsible, and you're throwing away your actual income because Lord knows you're not getting real income, like substantial income from WFABB, well, igenius, or else you wouldn't be working your 9-to-5 anymore. You wouldn't have to be lying. She's like, I just wanted to do this, like, this is my why, because I want to have the freedom to go fly on an airplane. And it's like, you're entitled. Plus, just the way that they make their money in igenius is just basically like manipulating people into trading in a failing crypto market. Like, right now is not a good time to invest. And I know a lot of people, last time I said that, they're like, actually, while the stocks are low, it is a great time to invest. Actually, Savannah, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, listen, I'm predicting that I think the stock market, crypto, all that shit, I think it's gonna continue to fall for a while. So maybe long term, yeah, I'm sure eventually shit will go back up years from now. And then like you'll have a gain, like a net gain over the course of a long time. But that's not what they're teaching. Like, we even saw with the WFABB fucking reality show, they're like, I made $100 yesterday and I spent it on my eyelashes. It's like, okay, if that's how you're making your money with trading, then you're probably day trading, right? Which is risky. And right now, if you're gonna be a day trader, probably not a good idea, because day by day, shit just keeps falling and falling and falling. I hope that clarifies what I meant when I said now is not a good time to invest. But yeah, no, I don't think anyone should be. Anyway, there is one more WFABB story that I was sent by the same person.
I have a lot of announcements to make, okay? So stay tuned for all these announcements, because just, wow. Like, I have no words for how incredible and how amazing this team has been doing, okay? My team, WFABB, just everyone all together, we have just absolutely been killing it and taking over. So I have so many announcements, so stay tuned for that. And yeah. One thing I find so incredible about WFABB is that we're just unstoppable. Like, there's no way to stop us, and I'm sure we're all aware of...
You really think there's no way to stop you? I'm sorry, I know I'm pausing like really early here, but like, I mean, igenius in and of itself, like, didn't they have issues with the SEC at one point? They've had to change their name like 3 different times in the past 4 years or however long they've been a thing. Don't quote me on that, I think my numbers could be wrong, but from what I understand, igenius has been like investigated by governmental bodies. I think before it was called igenius, but it was like owned and operated by the same dude. So it sounds like people have tried to stop you before and they weren't successful, but like that doesn't mean they're not going to be successful in the future, especially with the FTC cracking down on false income claims right now. I mean, that's really going to put a damper on WFABB and igenius and the entire MLM industry, because if you can't lie to people, then it's going to be harder to recruit. But like, for her to be like, we're unstoppable, it's like, I don't think you realize what unstoppable means.
Like, being your own boss and being an entrepreneur is not easy, okay? It is literally a roller coaster of emotions. Like, one day you believe in yourself and one day you don't, and it's just the way it is, right? You're creating this whole new reality under your hands. You're changing all your habits. You're You're doing more success-related activities.
What the fuck is a success-related activity? Like meditating? Like manifesting? I don't know. Like, what is a success-related activity? Making a reality show with your buddies in an Airbnb and getting kicked out for funsies? Like, is that what you're talking about? And also, can we admit that it's like really stressful to have to really just like hit the ground running as far as changing everything about yourself? That's kind of stressful on people to basically be like, I am not enough the way I am right now and I need to be better, which is fine to better yourself, but like when you're in an MLM, like it kind of needs to be an overnight change. Then you keep doing the self-development thing, but like you kind of have to change all of your habits, everything you've been used to. If you want to be successful in multi-level marketing, that's what you gotta do, and you gotta change fast, or else you're just gonna be stagnant and you're going to be smacked in the face with all of this motivational mumbo jumbo bullshit where you're gonna feel the need and you're gonna be pressured to change whatever you can whenever you can, and it's like, that's a stressful thing, and that's gonna make a lot of people uncomfortable. And I think that plays into a lot of why people are not successful in multi-level marketing, because most people are unwilling to put themselves in front of other people to get ahead.
Doing so many changes, so it's very different, which is why it's always so up and down, because it's not your normal, it's not what you're used to, right? But
yeah, I'm sure it causes an identity crisis within you, you know? Like, I mean, listen, I've been in 2 MLMs. I know kind of to an extent the way that they expect you to change things. And, you know, I didn't last very long in my last one. It was 8 months. And I was just like, you know what? Enough is enough. She's just like, oh, yeah, no, it's just different. It's like, yeah, it's different. That's gonna cause fucking mental issues. It's going to manifest into, I'm not good enough. How do I get better? Who are you trying to impress, you know? Are you trying to better yourself? Or are you trying to impress your upline? The answer is the latter in MLMs.
The people that have actually stuck to it and followed through with their plan of this entrepreneurial journey are now reaping the rewards. And it is such a beautiful thing to witness.
Reaping the rewards out of other people's pocketbooks, dude. Oh, it's so beautiful to watch my friends scam people and making money off of other people losing money. It's so beautiful. Blah!
As I was saying, I'm so proud of the team. Just shout out to WFABB. Shout out to the Lindsay strategy, okay? That has been a game changer for the team, okay, guys? This strategy is literally like everyone, people that haven't seen results in months are now seeing massive results, and it is such a beautiful thing to witness. You guys have no idea, like the feeling of watching your surroundings succeed, including yourself, is just like, what more do you want? You know, you're in this group of like-minded people. You just continue growing. You work on yourself, you work on your habits, you work on your how you go about your life, and it's just, there we go. I just got another message of another success story. Okay, guys, see what I mean? Like, this is just so
sure
cool.
You did. Oh, look, it's like all the let's go. All of the messages, let's go. Y'all are fucking killing it with the signups. Smells like a whole lot of rich bitch energy. I love it. Yeah, exactly. That's like admitting, like, you got a bunch of people to sign up. That's money, baby. Why? Because you make money by recruiting people. Go fucking figure. Months of work are showing up as results for all of us. I'm so excited.
And there you have it, folks. Guys, WFABB is growing every single day, and new people are succeeding every single day, and it's just such a beautiful thing to watch. But with that being said, guys, another huge thing that I wanted to announce is that WFABB Europe is expanding, friends, okay? It's growing big, okay? So we are going global. We've been going global, but recently it's just like everything has just been going exactly as all of our hearts desire. Everything has just been going exactly as what we've been affirming or like manifesting in our books for months now. Everything is just aligning with the energy that we have. So I'm so excited for what's
okay. That's the end of the video that someone sent me. Dude, yeah, like things probably seem great now, but why do you think that WFABB left monat in the first place? They needed to find another way to keep making money off of scamming people, and WFABB jumped to igenius to make that dream come true. But again, I mean, it's the cycle, dude. Like for the most part, people don't just stay in MLMs for like long periods periods of time. I guarantee there's going to be an end to WFABB, whether it's with igenius and then they just jump ship to another MLM, or if they just like wash up together, you know, because of like unforeseen circumstances. I don't fucking know. I don't know what it is, but I guarantee that this momentum that y'all have either isn't happening, which, you know, maybe it is, because they're still fairly new in igenius. It's kind of like a new team that igenius has under their belt to kind of reel in maybe some younger people. So yeah, maybe they are having some momentum and growth right now, but there's no way that's gonna last forever. I don't believe it. And if I have anything to do with it, no. Anyway, guys, that was it. That was our top fails number 2. And now let's thank some people. Of course, number 1, thank you Fabulous for sponsoring this video. And now let's thank my patrons and my members, guys. The names I'm about to read off are my financial supporters. They get access to things like our private Discord server. We have like a postcard club, and we got other stuff like early access to videos here and there, all that fun stuff. So if any of that sounds good to you, you can go to patreon.com/Savannah Marie, or you can click the join button beneath this video to join my YouTube memberships. They're both the same thing, just whatever platform you want to use is fine by me. So with that, the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Hula Chowdown, Janelle Pratt, Katrina Rosemerick, Cecilia Dudek, Christy Taylor, Elizabeth Wyatt, Eve Blondo, Nitty Dragon, Kutch Squad 2.0, Leanne, Meredith Nakata, Ryan Mew, Sheila Tapia, Turd Ferguson, hashtag Get the W, Weatherington Law, Alice W, Amanda Shannon, April Lindblom, Boris Geller, Caroline Reed, Casey Scraper, Daniel Urena, E. Higgins, Jerry Duncan, Hannah Morrison, Hanimal Crossing, Heidi Ha, Julia Wheeler, Kim Cartwright, Critter, Maddie Darley, Marley Fletcher, Ray, Tuesday the 13th, The Best Elephant, Rebecca Wadsworth, which, Rebecca, if you're watching this, I still need your address. Please get back to me on Instagram. Send me a message, send me an email, anything. I need to send you a postcard. Thank you very much. A. Riker, Laura Jensen, Mitchie84, Vegan Chicky Nuggy, Carol Jenks, Jess Kronfeld, Emion, Kazi, Auntie Lou, Krista Scantlin, Little Birdie, and Fallon Lowry. And to the rest of my financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and being you. And even if you're not a financial supporter, thanks for making it to the end of this video. Keep making waves, babes, and I will smell you all later. Mommy Stommy, out.